So it is Sunday morning at 11:52 and I'm just having a look at my orders for the weekend so far, and we've got 11 on Bricklink and we've got 8 on Brickowl, and we have got just 1 on eBay so far, but there's still plenty of time. We've got all of Sunday still to go for orders to come in, which is probably the primary day that most orders land. But having to do a couple of hours work again on a Sunday because I'm headed off to country shortly. So for those of you who don't know, this is a country music festival held in the O2, and traditionally I'm a bit of a metalhead, to be honest, and into heavy rock music and the like. But over the last couple of years I've really gotten into some country music, and in particular Luke Combs, who is headlining today's event. So I'm going to head off there later today with my son. My wife was going to come along as well, but following all of the problems with her landing up in A&E last week, she's decided not to go today. So it'll just be the two of us, and it's gonna be the first time I've been sort of out amongst, you know, a large mass of people since COVID. So a little bit anxious, I suppose, about mixing with you know, tens of thousands of people, but hopefully everything will be okay. But I just want to get ahead today because it's going to be a tiring day today, and we're going to be back very late in the early hours of the morning. So I thought I'd get ahead on orders and just give myself a little bit of opportunity to not be under too much pressure on Monday morning. So that being said, I've done a few parcels so far, but not many. I've literally just started 10 minutes ago. I'm going to do another hour or two and see what I can get done. Monday the 14th of March, and I had a great night last night seeing Luke Combs, although I'm really suffering today with my knees, having to get around London, up and down all of the stairs at tube stations and at the event, and I'm just aching today. And anyway, we picked up a few more orders since I left yesterday morning, though not an amazing amount more. So we've got 15 on Bricklink, with a couple of invoices in as well, waiting for people to pay. And then on Brickowl we've just got the 9 orders there, and then yeah, we got 1 more order on eBay, so 2 items to post off there. So as always, under pressure on a Monday, and need to get cracking and get orders pulled, which is going to be uncomfortable today, but need to get it done and get those items off to all you great customers. So we just got a couple of bonus orders in for this morning, which is always nice to get. And the first one is just a couple of Star Wars battle droids with the blaster guns. The second one is a Pixel minifigure, which sold for $22.99, which is a nice sale, of course. And both of those are courtesy of eBay. And then the third order was for 844 of these 1x2 tan bricks, and that was everything that I've got. So that was one of my favorite kind of orders, You know, this is nearly £40 worth of bricks, easy to pick, one lot, high volume, easy to count on the scales, and just got to bag them and get them sent off. So a couple of nice little bonus orders there. So it's now 2 o'clock on Monday, and I've completed all of my post, which ended up being 27 orders for today. So not too bad, but not amazing either. But it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. And I've took them off to the post office, and after a tiring day yesterday, I'm going to do something that's pretty easy to do, and I can do just sat at my desk here, and that is to get some of these collectible minifigs listed. If I can get the bags open. Weird sort of bags these, because they kind of stick together. So got various bags of collectible minifigure series here to get listed. All complete minifigs with accessories, and yeah, a few bags to go through. I think this is a bag of Simpsons series 1 and 2. There's a few things in there. I'm not sure where they are, which one the Archer's from. We've got Ninjago series there, and I think this is a Lego movie to work through. So we're just going to get these listed and added to the store. So here we are with all of the collectible minifigures bagged and listed. I'm just about to hit the button to push them live. I've got 73 different collectible minifigures here from a number of themes. We've got the Lego movie original figures. We've got lots of collectible minifigure series from sort of series 1 onwards. And then over here we have got lots of individual Simpsons minifigures, including sort of Mr. Burns there, which goes for a decent amount of money, and pretty much every figure from the first and second series there. So I'm going to get those uploaded now, and hopefully they drive a few sales. It is just after midnight on Tuesday the 15th of March, and I've just seen this on Bricklink, which is a notice of a cyber incident, and it says one of the partners of Bricklink have experienced a cyber attack, which has limited a number of their systems. And the worrying thing for me is this means that for the time being, transactions involving EU and UK will not be possible, and that they'll share more information no later than March the 16th. So I'm not really clear what this means at this point. Now, obviously, I've got a small number of orders in at the moment, so I've got 3 orders to ship. So I assume, you know, they must be paid for, so they'll be picked and posted in the morning when I get up. But I'm guessing that no one can place an order with my store at the moment. Is that how I read this? It's really not clear at all what this means in terms of transactions. So I'm guessing no buying, no selling in any part of Europe at the moment. So if you're in the US or other countries outside of Europe, it looks like you're okay, but no idea what this means. I guess I go to bed and worry about this in the morning. So it's now the morning of Tuesday 15th of March, and Bricklink have slightly modified the text of the message here to explain a little bit more who's restricted. And it's saying that for for the time being, all transactions involving non-EU sellers, so that would be us in the UK, would be a non-EU seller, I presume, to EU buyers. So we can't sell to anybody in the EU. And non-UK sellers, so people anywhere outside of the UK, can't sell to UK buyers. But I can sell to people in the UK, if that's how I read this. I assume I can also sell to people in the rest of the world outside the EU. So still not super clear, still a little bit of a mess. I hope this isn't going to take too long, but I have had another order in since this message appeared, so from a UK buyer. So we clearly are still receiving orders from UK buyers, and hopefully that's, if in all honesty, the majority of my sales come from the UK. Well, you know, I do get some international ones. In fact, I've got an international order to ship today, but we'll see how that goes. So currently I've only got 4 orders to ship for not very much money at all, and I've got a further 6 on Brickowl. So Brickowl continues to do reasonably well, and it may well be, if people are struggling on Bricklink, they'll jump over to Brickowl, so it could damage Bricklink a little bit in the short term anyway. And I've got nothing at all on eBay, I believe. Yeah, so nothing to ship there. So it's really not going to take me very long this morning to get orders done, packed and ready to go, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. At times in the past, I've shown you guys how I automate some of my workflows, and part of the way that I trigger that is through the StreamDeck here. And there's been a lot of interest in the StreamDeck, and I get lots of comments, lots of questions, etc. about using this. And it's a great little device because it allows you to configure all of these buttons to do certain activities for you. But I do think there's a lot of confusion about exactly how this works and its role in the automation, because having the StreamDeck itself and the software that comes with it, and maybe I can show you the software up here. So if I go up here and configure my StreamDeck, then this is where you configure what each of the buttons can do. And there are some actions down here, so you can launch a hotkey, launch a website. You can do quite a few things in here. And there are also some plugins that allow you to do things like control your hue lighting, interact with, for me, Apple Music, with maybe YouTube and things like that. But it isn't the StreamDeck that does most of the complicated automation that you see when I'm running part outs or when I'm populating Brickstore. The StreamDeck really just acts as a trigger to trigger other applications and other activities. So I'm on a Mac, and one of the main applications I use is Keyboard Maestro. And what Keyboard Maestro is a very powerful tool that lets you essentially create kind of macros. And here, if we look, I've got a number of macros that I've created for parting out, for viewing minifigs, for viewing an exploded minifig, and other such things. And it allows you to build sort of step by step, you know, actions and transactions to allow the automation or the level of automation that I've shown you. So, for instance, in this first step, I throw a dialog box for the part out value and ask it to give me a set number and to populate the set number and to show the condition, whether it be new or used, and I default to new there. But then there are other steps in here. So you have to build these macros, and then the macros are simply assigned to the StreamDeck keys. So I would assign them 2 buttons on here and be able to trigger them from this device. So for instance, I have one set up for this first button is for work. So when I press that, it launches each of my websites that I need on a daily basis to run the business, and launches them all. So I find it a really it's really a case of having a set of tools that work together. It isn't the StreamDeck doing everything. Another application that I might use on my Mac as well is something called shortcuts. So you might be familiar with shortcuts if you have an iPhone, because you can create these on your iPhone, and that's exactly where I started using these. And they're great on your iPhone because when you're out and about, you can run the shortcut on your phone when you stood in front of a set or an offer in the local supermarket, etc. But now shortcuts are available on the Mac as well, so I can run these from here. So for instance, if I want to see the part out value, I can click this to run the transaction, or to run the shortcut, and it'll just run it for me. I just need to put in a set number. I don't know if that's a valid set number or not. And then it'll check out the part out value for me. And they're pretty easy to configure. I mean, this one, you can see it's only a couple of steps, not super complicated. And they can be really useful. And those can also be assigned to keys on the StreamDeck here. And the StreamDeck's good because I actually bought the biggest one, and I probably didn't need the biggest, but that's just the way I am. And what's good about the StreamDeck is you might think, oh, well, there's only so many buttons, but each button can act as a folder of other buttons. So for instance, if I go to my hue lighting button down here, then in here I've got other buttons set to trigger different themes and styles for the lighting. And then when I want to get back to the main screen, you just hit this back button, and then you're back at the main screen. So you've got tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds of different buttons that you can configure and use with the StreamDeck. So anyway, I've had a lot of questions about it, so just wanted to clear up that the StreamDeck in itself does not do all of the donkey work of all of the automations that you see. It's really a device that acts more like a trigger to trigger actions and activities that have been created in other applications. So we got quite a few small orders this morning, so I thought I'd just take you through each of the orders. So here, believe it or not, we've got one darker grey Lance, and that's going all the way to Norway. So they've paid quite a bit of shipping just to get that one part. next order's 3 of these ropes with the studs on from the recent Spider-Man set, and those came from those junior Spider-Man sets. We've got a hair piece, so some massive orders there. Moving on, we've got a slightly bigger order here for a couple of minifigs. We've got a Marcus Flint and a Jet Trooper there, and a few other bits and bobs, some round studs there, some slopes, plates, and some of these sort of trapdoor plates. We got a couple of minifigs here. We got a Kai and a Lloyd, and these are both going off to the US, which is nice. And then this is probably my favorite order of the day, because anyone who runs a Bricklink store knows that these pins are, you know, not worth an awful lot, and they amass really quickly, so you end up with tons of them. So someone's actually bought 650 of them, which is nice to see those move, which is good. And then the next order are these tires and wheels that are going off. Next up, we've got basically a set of the figures from the bounty sets that are parted out fairly recently. So there's one of each of the figures and a sticker sheet for the build. And then last, we've got 2 of these going out the door on Brickle. And again, the amount of postage paid for 2 small parts is always surprising to me. I always think that people could add a few more parts. So I'm just going to get these packed, put in envelopes and ready to ship, and then I'm going to get on with some other things, probably get some sorting done and get some stuff added to the store. So we just got a little bonus order in. This is close to 900 items in 27 lots, and really lots of very small pieces. These small tiles, circular ones, and these quarter tiles, and also lots of sort of flower petals. These 1 by round bricks. There is a few sort of sloped bricks in there as well, and a bit of sand green and stuff like that. But a nice little order to add to those small orders that we got this morning, and this is a reasonable, more reasonable sort of value as well, so very much appreciated. So we've got a couple more bonus orders in. This one here is going off to the States, which is basically a sticker sheet from the Destiny's Bounty, plus a few other tiles and things. There's a little cat in there, and then just a few random assortment of pieces in here for another order, this one domestic to the UK. And as for what I've been doing the rest of the day, or for part of the day, is I have been sorting out wheels and tyres, and I've still got a bag to get through there, and things like the hub caps, more tyres, and I've already put a ton of this stuff away, but just thought I would show you what I've been doing today. Now, there's not an awful lot of value in the tyres and the hubcaps I'm finding, but they're just bulky. So my aim is I'm going to list them relatively low and just try and move them on and clear some space. 16th of March, and it's a lot quieter this morning. We've just gotten 6 orders on Brickle, and I don't know if it's because of the issues with Bricklink, but we've literally got nothing on Bricklink at all today. Now, they have changed the notice on the site to say that essentially they've done all of their checks and Bricklink itself wasn't compromised in any way, so there shouldn't be any issue with user accounts. Now, I must admit, I changed my password anyway once I'd heard about the issues, just to be on the safe side, but seems like everything's okay. So let's hope that wasn't the reason for the impact on the orders, and if it was, then the orders will start to flow through again now. So I just got a really nice order in from New Zealand, which was largely for minifigures, and unfortunately I've just packed it up and completely forgot to do a video on it. So just thought I'd show you what was in here. So we've got a Will Turner, and we've got a Trendsetter, collectible minifigure. We've got some of the Team GB, that's the tennis player there, the Surgeon, the Sleepyhead. We've got a Hagrid minifig. We've got a collectible minifigure series, Mechanic, Marsha the Queen of the Mermaids from the Lego movie. We've got another Team GB judo fighter, Harry Potter figure, a gangster from series 5, more Lego movie stuff with Gail the construction worker. We've got a forestman, a diner waitress, a Cheshire cat, Calamity drone from the Lego movie, and more Team GB stuff, and then a few odd parts, followed by a Daisy Duck. So nice order, as I say, going off to New Zealand, tracked because of the value of the order, and it's all packed up already, hence me showing you the order directly on the screen, and that'll be posted out today. Little bonus order just in for a range of reddish brown parts, and the order's entirely reddish brown. I do have one problem though, whereby I had a reddish brown plate listed, a 6x10, and I went and pulled out the drawer and realised it was a fake. So I'm going to go and have a quick look through my used bulk bins and see if I can find one, and if not, I'll just have to refund the plate. But not a bad little bonus order, and thanks very much for it. So believe it or not, this is my largest order for the day so far. It's 91 items in 43 lots, and it's going off to Hong Kong. It's Thursday the 17th, and we only had about 5 orders this morning, and all of them pretty small. I am waiting for someone to pay on one order, which is a bulk lot of instruction manuals, and then I'll be getting that packed up and sent off, and that'll be quite a heavy package because there's a lot of them. This is the last one I'll be doing for the moment. I have got one other order, which I'm probably going to cover in a minute separately, but I think that's a fraudulent order, so I might touch base on that one in a second. So this is the order that I talked about being a suspect fraudulent order. And the trigger point for this was an email from Stripe, not about this order, but about another order that was blocked with the highest risk level. And it was only for like £6.70. This order's only for 46p plus shipping. But as you can see, it's powered by Stripe. Now, I think this seems to be a common thing recently, whereby you get these fraudulent attempts at orders for low value amounts, and I think it's really to prove that the credit card's working before they try them on a more expensive item on another site somewhere. This one went through without any problem, but because the other one was blocked, it makes me suspect that this is a fraud, and they were only placed some short time apart, maybe 20 minutes apart. And the other thing to keep in mind is it's a brand new account. Now I'm not going to show the person's address because it looks like a genuine person, genuine address. There's even a phone number there, and I was actually tempted to call the number and see whether it really was them or not. But what actually triggered me was the email address, because the email address uses a domain that is gmx.net. Now, if you type in gmx.net to see what that is, it's some sort of German website. Now, when I looked earlier, this was all in German. I'm not sure why it's converted to English automatically now, but I suspect that this is a bogus email account. Not because of this site, it's a genuine site, but I didn't really understand why somebody would be using essentially a German website, if indeed it is a German website. It's got me questioning myself. Oh no, here, always translate German. So yeah, it's definitely a German website, and I just can't understand why somebody with a UK address would have an email registered with a German website that gives you free email accounts. So that makes me super suspicious straight away. Now, I've messaged the person mentioning the blocked transaction and asked them to clarify. I don't expect an answer. I just, don't expect them to respond at all. And so if they don't, I'm going to give them till probably the end of the day, and I'm just going to cancel the order, just to be on the safe side. And the reason I do that is not because I'm so much worried about the payment or whatever, but because of the risk of chargebacks. That's the main reason for that. So yeah, I'm going to be cancelling this order. So just be careful with orders from brand new users that come from Stripe. If they're coming from PayPal, you're fine, but if they're coming from Stripe, just be really careful. So this is the bonus order that I talked about that was specifically for some Lego instruction manuals, and it's quite a sizable chunk of manuals, and there's all sorts in here from the Benny Space set, quite a few Harry Potter things, some Overwatch, and then when we get to the bigger manuals, more Harry Potter, Ninjago, and these are all still in the cellophane, so I'm sure they'll be happy with that. There's the Ideas set and the Destiny's Bounty there. So gonna get these all packed up. Shipping's pretty expensive because it's a heavy parcel, but that's fine. I'm probably going to get this picked up by Hermes or Royal Mail, but we'll see. And I'll just get this packed up, and it'll be out today/tomorrow. Friday the 18th of March, and it's another fairly quiet day today, with just 6 on Bricklink and 1 on Brick Owl, and another 1 on eBay. I've got to say, I don't mind that it's quiet today because I'm feeling pretty rough, to be honest. I'm feeling pretty achy and a bit sniffly and what have you, and I'm going to be just doing some stuff at my desk probably the rest of the day today, and take it easy. I am packing orders at the moment. I've got a couple packed already that I didn't show you guys. This one I'm doing at the moment
is a small order for a few Bionicle parts. So that Bionicle bulk lot that I bought is really sort of coming up trumps. And I sorted a whole load more of it out yesterday, and have got that ready to upload as well. So hopefully some of that moves as well. But you know, for 20 quid for that enormous tub of Bionicle stuff was just incredible, really. So yeah, gonna get this one packed, add it to the pile, and do the last couple, and then sit down and just try and take it easy. So I've been doing a bit of sorting of used parts and adding them to a Brickstore file ready to upload, and I'm just about to upload them now. This is what I've been doing today because it was something easy I could do at my desk, and these were bags of parts that I'd done a sort of a pre-sort on. So for instance, we've got lots of windows and things like that. And what else have we got in here? We've got further down, we've got some Bionicle stuff. We've got lots of then sort of Technic stuff, connectors, bricks, you know, lift arms and all sorts of stuff in here. And it was a nice easy job to do, something that wasn't too arduous, and it's got me another 1,500 parts almost to add to the store, 160 quid's worth, which to some doesn't seem a lot for the effort, but that's the name of the game with used parts. And unfortunately, you know, the effort's all in the time, and it's so cheap to buy, as we say. You know, look at the bulk lot I got the other week is some enormous amount for £20, and it's all about the time that you have to put into that to sort it, to check its quality, and to upload it. But with the way deals are on new Lego at the moment, that tends to be the way I've been going lately, and it helps because it increases your lot count as well. So I'm hoping to add a lot of new lots here, as well as a little bit of quantity. So just a quick check-in on the lots that I've added after uploading that little file, and you can see that I've added 300 new lots to the store, which is just amazing, to be honest, and that really makes me feel a lot better about what I've uploaded, because that 300 lots will hopefully attract more people, and then they'll buy other different items on the store as well. So yeah, really pleased with that.